Are we starting?
Go ahead.
Okay. So it began just like any other summer day in San Diego, California. Sun-drenched beaches and that unending promise of paradise. I had finally finished building out my van and I was taking every chance I could to stay in it down at the beach. So I met up with some friends, we surfed, we tossed the ball around, we grabbed some food, just an ordinary day. We ended up sitting on the beach, watching the sunset, talking about nothing and everything. As night approached, I decided it was time to head back to the van. The sky was darkening and I had no idea the real darkness was about to descend. I drove through the empty streets looking for a secluded spot like I had done so many nights before. I found a stretch of road bordered by dense hedges, quiet and isolated. It was perfect, I thought. I was far away from the prying eyes of San Diego, or at least as far as you can get in San Diego. I followed my normal routine. I rolled up the windows, I locked the doors, and I put my keys somewhere accessible. I've always kind of prided myself on my preparedness in situations. I covered up my windows, I brushed my teeth, and settled in with my laptop to watch some TV to drift off to sleep with. Normally I cover up my windshield and my front windows with insulated covers as well, but it is a little bit time consuming, and so some nights I just can't be bothered. It was a summer night and the fan I have installed in the van kind of blows the curtains apart in the middle, so it leaves a small gap. It's not really a concern of mine as I've stayed in my van so many times without any problem. As I settled into bed, the dim glow of the laptop screen lulled me to sleep. Then, abruptly, I was awakened by a light shining in my eyes. At first I thought it might be the headlights of a passing car, but when I looked up I saw this face just pressed against the glass. This figure with their eyes just wide and unblinking. All I could focus on was the whites of their eyes and what felt like their malevolent intentions. Panic instantly surged through me. What did they want? What were their intentions? Were they armed? Was I armed? My heart pounded as I scrambled to find something to defend myself with. After a quick search around my van, I looked up and the figure was gone. The window was empty, but I knew I wasn't alone. I listened as carefully as possible, straining to hear any sound that I could over the sound of my own beating heart. The silence itself was deafening. Then, all of a sudden, someone was trying to open my sliding door. They were trying to get in. I grabbed my keys, I leapt into the driver's seat, and started my van as quickly as possible. I sped down the road and drove for miles until I reached a well-populated area. Surrounded by a crowd of people, I felt some semblance of safety. Generally, I try to stay away from the crowds, But in this moment, I just wanted to be surrounded and hope that the good people would protect me from the bad. Every creak of the van, every shadow made me jump. I just couldn't really shake that feeling of being watched. Needless to say, I didn't sleep anymore that night. I actually didn't sleep in my van for a good while after that incident. The memory of that night haunted me, a constant reminder of that thin line between adventure and danger. I still don't know what that person wanted or what they would have done if they got inside the van, but I'm glad to have not found out. Now I'm more vigilant than ever. Fear won't control my life, but it will make me more cautious. My advice to others is to always stay alert and have a plan. Choose a parking spot that will allow for a quick escape and remain vigilant. It's a dangerous world out there, so be careful, guys.